Hello, truckers, and welcome to Euro Truck Simulator 2. Let's see here. Oh, is my head tracking turned on? Is that why I can't look around? All right, here we go. We are continuing our career mode in Euro Truck Simulator. Let's see. I'm in Britain here. Let's get moving. Sorry, trying to get out of this thing. We're going to pick up a load heading over to Calais. I think that's how you pronounce it. I am an American. If I butcher the names over here in Europe, please forgive me. I speak some Spanish, and that's about it. So I think it's called Calais, but if it's not, just hear it the way it's supposed to sound, not the way I say it. Since the last time I recorded an episode, I was going to grind the money I needed to buy a truck, but I forgot how different the economy is in this game and how much less money you make in this game. And I didn't have the heart to sit there and grind upwards of 90,000 euro to get a truck when I'm only getting, between 3,000 and 4,000 per load. And it was really frustrating. So I went ahead and took out a bank loan because I got tired of switching between trucks because the different trucks that have left-hand drive and right-hand drive and all that stuff, it was super frustrating. So we're going to have daily payments, but we're taking contaminated material from London to Calais, France. So that means we're going to be taking the boat across the channel. There's our load over there, highlighted and ready to go. So we're going to go pop over here, back into it, and see how we go. As I said in my American Truck Simulator video, I'm kind of on the fence about whether I'm going to continue to use the head tracking or not. I have to imagine that I probably am, because while this camera mode that allows you to kind of look around based off of your controls is super great when you're driving down the road, it's kind of annoying when you're trying to do backing, because there's no hotkey to turn off the steering, the camera steering, as far as I know. I actually do need to look that up, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. So it's super frustrating when you're trying to do backing. And then, let's see here, forward, there we go. And then you put it in drive, but you still want to be looking backwards, and it yanks your camera around. So it's I don't know. I just have to kind of start making some decisions about being consistent with the way I do my videos. The head tracking is nice, but the reason I'm on the fence about it is that if I need to look around outside of the game, just because my neck is starting to hurt or whatever, it yanks the camera around. Which way are we turning? We're turning right, so let's go ahead and once this car passes. Hopefully I'm not in anybody's way. Hopefully this car doesn't run into me. Oh, he almost did, but I was able to avoid him. All right, anyways, yeah. I'm just, I'm getting older, and my body can't just sit here for long periods of time. I need to be able to, stretch my neck out, look around, but when I do that, it yanks the camera around in game because obviously it's tracking my face. So you guys don't need to have the camera doing this and that and this and that all over the place because I need to stretch my neck out or move my shoulders around or do a bunch of stuff like that. Oh, I need to slow down. I like having that big red light up there that shows up when I'm speeding. Kind of helps. So I'd like to focus on just keeping the in-game camera and learning to use it to maximum effect, but it would be helpful if they provided a hotkey to turn off the camera follows your steering thing, so that way, when I want to turn it off, I can just quickly turn it off and not have to go into the menu to do it. So I'm sorry if there's a little bit of, what am I doing? Left side of the road. Sorry, I'm an American. Driving on the left side of the road is not an intuitive thing for me. It's not the automatic thing that I do. I have to remember where I am, and obviously I guess I need to be on the left side of the road as the slow-moving vehicle here, because you need to be in the outermost lane. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. Hopefully some of you are going to be watching because you get some comic relief out of watching the American driving in Europe. Because this is not an intuitive experience. Once we get on to continental Europe, it's a little bit easier because it's more natural. Let's say it's more natural. It's more natural for me because this is how we drive. We drive on the other side of the road here, but whatever. It's the reason I got a left-hand drive, because most of the game that's available is all right-hand. Is all on the right side of the road. All on the right side of the road. It's so easy to speed in this. All right, here we go. Finally, got our speed up to something reasonable. 80 kilometers an hour, still pretty slow, but whatever. Anyways, we need to get over to the boat, get ourselves over into France, and then get this load delivered. Not sure how long it's going to take. If it's quick enough, if we get it done in less than 15 minutes, we'll go ahead and grab another one just to, you know, have a full-length episode here. Why are we only at 48 kilometers an hour? This is an unreasonable speed to be going down this road, and it's dropping to 30 already. Or that's 30 miles an hour. We're still in Britain. Hasn't switched over to kilometers yet, so it's still 48. Jeez. So we were in London. I think we need to get to what? Felixstowe? Again, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not British. I will have American pronunciations of everything because, you know, I'm American. and I'm from the South, so that's gonna affect my inflections as well, the way I pronounce things, because, you know, we pronounce things different down there. Strange thing though is that my parents didn't have Southern accents, and I have a Southern accent on certain words, but for the most part, people don't know that I'm Southern because I don't sound like it. Never really picked it up as part of my default accent, or what's the word for that? What's the word for? There's a word for like accents and stuff like that. I was watching a YouTube channel where they were where they used the word for it, but I can't remember what it is. I mean, it's part of linguistics, but that's not the word you're looking for. It's, I don't remember. But there's a field of study that covers accents, regional accents, things like that. And I can't remember what the word was for it. But anyways, we're making our way over toward. I guess most of the journey for this is actually here in Britain, because once we get across the channel. Calais isn't too far away from where the boat's going to be dropping us off, so we just need to hurry up and get to the boat, I guess. Let's get our cruise control turned on, put it at 95 kilometers an hour, which should be perfect. That'll keep us just below the speed limit, so hopefully if we go downhill, we won't hit too much speeding. And ideally, we can get around these turns without anything stupid happening. We can get on the boat really fast, get the load dropped off pretty quick, maybe squeeze another one in there. I was only able to get one load in my American Truck Simulator video, so be sure to head over to that one. We went down from Fresno back down to LA doing another Wally World run. But you know, if you're hopping into my videos, the trucking is just a nice background to listening to me talk about random stuff. Because I think for the most part, the people who watch these trucking videos are mostly just interested in listening to somebody talk. So I try to be as entertaining as I can be. I'm obviously not as animated as somebody like Dave from Driving with Dave. I don't really follow his channel that much, but I have watched several of his videos, and he's a pretty excitable character, I gotta tell you. Very positive, though. It's very nice. Very nice to hear positive people who, you know, get on the internet in an industry that is generally known for having a bunch of surly people. And he just gets on there and provides a very positive outlook to things. So, you know, it's nice. We'll see how that lasts over the years. There's a reason why truck drivers tend to get pretty impatient about things, because they get tired of dealing with the BS. But I don't know. Some people are just more bubbly and personable than others. I know I generally tend not to be. I get here on YouTube, and, you know, anybody who gets here on YouTube is presenting the best version of themselves. So I'm clearly not like this all day, every day in real life. Things irritate me. I get angry. I curse. I do all those things. You know, I served as a Marine for 11 years. You don't spend a significant amount of time in that environment without picking up some aggressive behavior. Are there buzzards circling? Did you see that? There's buzzards circling over there. Must be something dead on the ground. I've never seen that before in the game. Is that something new? That was weird. We got buzzards circling over here. What? Like, are we gonna be able to see what was dead? Or are they just circling and they're not gonna actually show anything? I don't see anything over here on the left, so whatever it was is either too far back in the bushes for us to see it, or they didn't render it because it's inappropriate content. Buzzard circling off in the distance. That was kind of creepy, honestly. Right, I have to imagine we're getting pretty close because we're down to 73 kilometers, and I don't remember if the channel distance is covered in that remaining distance factor or not. I think Dover is a port, so I think we're getting close. Speed limit's certainly coming down, so I'm not super familiar with the European roads and everything like that. I mean, I have done career modes here in European Truck Simulator several times. I've built up careers. Oh, I need to slow down hard because the cameras are coming. I'm not used to the speeding cameras. We don't have those in too many places over here. It's not really something we have to worry about. They really tried to push that for a long time, but even California was just like, yeah, these systems are way too expensive. We're not making enough money off of them, so we're just going to shut them off. Because they have to pay the officers to drive around anyways. So if they're going to pay them to be out there, they might as well have them grabbing or snagging. Oh, what's that? Might as well have them out there snagging people for speeding too, right? So I imagine a lot of that was probably contractor overpricing. And, state governments don't tend to be very good at, as much as they talk about lowest bidder, blah, 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 they don't tend to be very good about making sure that they're getting the best value for the money that they're spending. They may get the lowest contract, but it's almost never the best deal. And then contractors, especially when they work with the government, are notorious for, starting out with the best offer and then change order. Having worked in the construction industry for, I don't know, I did about 7 years before my last job ended. I think it was 7 years total of like construction administration, and just, yeah, it's all about change orders for the construction industry. I'll tell you what. So we had a lot of traffic holding us up here. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video until we get through here, because you guys don't want to sit here waiting for the light. All right, we seem to have made it through. I'm a little bit curious about my... I was going to say I forgot. I'm switching between games here. I was looking at my fuel status, and I was like, am I empty or full? I remember having like a 3/4 of a tank the last I looked. No, that was my American Truck Simulator truck. That was my International 9900i. So be sure to head over and watch those videos if you're enjoying this content. It's more of the same, but in America. And the whole point of the two different options is it allows you to drive in different places in the world. I think I heard one YouTuber talk about they were making one for Australia. I know there's a mod that allows you to drive in Australia, but I don't know if SCS themselves is actually making an official, Australian truck simulator. That would be really cool. I'd love to go experience Australia in that way. That would be a lot of fun. Go drive on the crazy roads out there, out in the outback. Oh, that would be amazing. But yeah, there's mods you can download that'll let you do that, and I'm sure they're all extremely high quality. I'm not a big fan of having to go and download separate files and mods and install them. Like, it's easy here for American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator because they have the Steam Workshop or whatever that allows you to just go in, click a button, and it automatically installs it for you. But I don't want to have to go downloading files and putting them in folders, or installing a bunch of separate programs on my computer that installs it for me and things. That's just a lot of extra stuff I don't want to have to deal with. So if I could get it to where it's just one separate game that has the entire experience packaged up in one nice little, we're just going to go ahead and pop in here, packaged into one nice piece of software, I would much rather have that. All right. So unfortunately, the turning camera for this does not turn far enough when I go to the right for me to be able to see my trailer, so that's a problem. It's going to make it very difficult to make right turns and make sure I don't hit something with my trailer. And I have the sensitivity turned all the way up to 200%, so that's why it turns in such an extreme fashion. But I have to turn I have to turn really far over to the right before I can see that. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot that I have to turn to get to be able to see the camera, see the mirror over there. All right, let's get over here. Let's get onto the slot here. It doesn't look like we're gonna have it, even with the cut at the stoplight. It doesn't look like we're gonna have enough time to get another video in for this episode, which kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. Because it's gonna take us another few minutes to get across, get out of the park, get out of the queuing area, and then over to where the load goes. So, unfortunately, I think we're just gonna get the one load today. Which isn't, I guess it isn't the most terrible thing. My goal for all of my videos, as I said in my American video, is that I'm trying to get to, you know, between 20 and 30 minutes, preferably on the 20-minute side, because people are more likely to watch shorter videos than they are super long videos. Where am I going? I think, yeah, I screwed that up. Oh, dumb American again. Here we go. I was only halfway paying attention, and I missed my turn there. So, whatever, we'll figure it out. So yeah, see, like I'm turning here, I can't see my trailer because the mirror doesn't show up over there. So if I want to see the mirror, I have to yank I mean, I guess I could do my turn signal. That's probably what I need to do. That'll be my hack for getting through this. Realistically, I just need to suck it up and start using the, head tracking again, because that gives me complete freedom to look where I need to look. It's just, it's so jerky, and it doesn't have the precision that maybe like a track IR would have, and I don't really want to wear a track IR either. But it would allow me to just look over to the right and with my head and not have to worry about it. I don't know. I'm indecisive about that particular subject at this time. We'll continue playing around with settings and trying different things, and eventually I'll settle on something. For those of you who don't know, I am currently using my SciTech Pro Flight Yoke, a flight sim peripheral, as my steering wheel along with the pedals that go with it, as my gas and brake pedal. So, yeah, that's how we're doing this. I used to have a SciTech or a Logitech G920 steering wheel and pedals, and which came with a shifter and all that stuff, which was nice. But as was the case with everything that I do, I ended up selling that because I stopped doing the trucking sims a lot, and it was just sitting around collecting dust. And then, you know, you see something sitting around like that, you're not using it, like I could sell this and get something else. But then you forget, oh yeah, a couple years later I'm probably gonna want to start doing this again, and I'm gonna wish I had the wheel. So I don't know. You always have to make compromises. Oh, okay. For some reason, I am like losing my mind or something. I thought that was a turning lane. Okay. Let's get the load dropped off so I can go make a flight sim video. Man. Yeah. Well, hopefully the flight sim video is a little bit more focused than this was. Okay, so we need to get this turned off this way. Fortunately, we have plenty of room to kind of straighten out and not have to do a bunch of maneuvering to get this into the spot. Let's get ourselves in reverse to turn off the camera steering. And then we should be good to turn like that. It's always nice when you can have plenty of room to do your backing turn, your backing up, because then you can not do that. So I could have did a better job at that, but it's good enough for government work, and I'm not gonna worry about it too much. But anyways, hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click that like button so that the YouTube algorithm knows that you did and sends the video out to more people. We want to get as many along for these rides as we can, because, you know, the more the merrier. If you are not subscribed, please consider doing so now so that when the next video comes out, it will show up in your feed and you'll be able to watch it as soon as it shows up there. Speaking of that, channel members will have the added perk of being able to watch videos as soon as they're available, rather than having to wait for when it comes out for everyone else. So click that join button down below the viewer to see the list of perks that will be available for those of you who choose to support me as a content creator. So, as I said, I hope you guys had lots of fun. I'll see you for the next one, and have a great day, guys.